This is that little mini mart that several months ago, two kids had stole a car and slammed into there. They're both killed. They set the building on fire. I can see a construction dumpster out there, so they are doing work on it. Doesn't look like they're in any hurry though. It's Saturday morning, a couple days before Christmas, so I figured there would be nobody out here. Now, why they haven't removed that? Probably just not in anybody's way, and I do see a spare piece of plywood out there. This is the company that they provide these barriers. Now I can I can climb over that. I think I can just move one of those. I don't think there's much. I can take a wrench and loosen that and get in there. I got no reason to. I got no reason to go to jail for trespassing. Now I got my ghost meter out here. Ask, are the ghosts of those two kids that got killed in that wreck hanging out right here? Let me give the story again in case you didn't hear it. I want to put this off and tell the story. Now, so this was the middle of summertime. This is a number of months ago. Two kids had apparently stole a car. They were joyriding. The police were chasing them. Now, the story was, this was like the Phoenix police. They're coming back from Phoenix. This is the city of Avondale now. The police were chasing them. City of Phoenix police. They're doing about 90 miles an hour. Come across. This is Dyson Avenue. That's where they had crossed the railroad tracks, lost control. The railroad tracks are just north of, this is Buckeye Road or US 85, or also known as Main Street here in Avondale. But anyway, they had, wondered they didn't hit somebody. It was the middle of the night. They'd come through, lost control, spun around, but they were sliding backwards. Going into one lane, the ass ended into this building. I guess where that, you see some of the air conditioners up there. It said the police, fire department was out there chopping holes in the roof to ventilate it, but they tried to put it out. But anyway, when they impacted the building, both those kids were killed. So I don't know if there are ghosts around here. So those two kids want to talk to me, or any other ghosts? Now, if I hit this, let me show you something. I didn't realize it would do that until 2 days ago. I did that by accident, thinking a ghost was talking to me, but I guess something weird with that meter. Let me hang on. Let me. I didn't realize it would do that. Somebody's unhappy there. I don't know what. The light's green and the guy's not going, so that's what he's honking his horn for. Not at me, because I ain't in anybody's way. I don't plan to sit there more than a couple minutes, but I'm not in anybody's. Not in the best of spots. That's about how I parked yesterday when I found that tow place. It's kind of a little hole in the wall place. And I drove past it, so I parked like that and had my friend go get her vehicle. We paid for it and they headed home. Anyway, give this story. So there's a gas station. One of the cheaper places. They're on par with Costco and Sam's Club. I think Sam's Club may be a penny or two cheaper. And I just pay cash in there. Costco and Sam's Club, I got to use my debit card. I just wanted to pay cash this morning. There's the intersection of Dysart and US 85. And US 85 at Buckeye Road. Interstate 10 is about 2 miles north of here. That's busy, but Buckeye Road is busy because it's one of the main roads into Phoenix. Actually 4 or 5, but Buckeyes, everybody seems to prefer Buckeye over some of the other roads. It was the main road before they built Interstate 10. I've told you about the floods. Now that's the Alfrea River, about a quarter of a mile east of here. And I have seen water in the Alfrea River. I was there. I was an adult in 1979 and 1980. And This bridge is open. It's a bridge on Buckeye Road Bridge on US 85. I didn't say this, but people were telling me that at the peak of the flood, they were releasing water from Carl Pleasant Dam. People tell me there's actually water going over that bridge. And that's a broad, flat. Some of the engineers that told me, I know on the salt, 330,000 cubic feet a second from the Horseshoe Dam or McMicken Dam was one of them. Now there's one on the Verde. I don't know why I'm going with this. There's an earthen dam behind Saguaro Lake. They was worried about losing that. That's on the east side of Phoenix, and if they had lost some of those dams, man, it would have been a completely different story. It would have killed a bunch of people through the river channel. And there's a apartment complex. You can see it right there. Apartments built down into floodplain, and how they got permission to build that beyond me, because that is in the floodplain. Of course, some of the projects and some of the companies that maintain the dams have gotten really good at measuring the amount of snow up on the mountains, like up in the Bradshaws and like that. The Bradshaws are the major mountain range that have the snowpacks for the valley here, for the irrigation water and drinking water and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna leave you back with this building over here. Dodge City Market Beer and Wine. Well, not this morning. I haven't actually walked into that building in many, many years. I remember walking in to buy something years ago. There used to be some gas pumps in there, but there hasn't been any gas pumps in there in a long time. Okay, those ghosts are down here. I'm guessing they probably moved on. That'd be awful too. Of course, you don't steal a car and chase a place unless you kind of expect to. That's a warning to any kids before they steal a car. Just don't steal a car, then drive around and get killed in a car wreck. See those switches are de-energized there. Okay, bye-bye.